as a learning mode is as powerful as success. Traditionally, failure is bad, yet throughout history we see failure upon failure in our most successful role models.
There's clear evidence presented by scholars like James Paul Gee, but also demonstrated through the lives of famous people whom we view as successful, that the experience of failure is essential for meaningful success.
Their experiences help us frame failure as a positive and truly essential part of learning. Failure as content in the TPACK model is represented by taking risks. Teachers who take risks in their delivery of content inspire and even become inspired students who take risks in their approach to solving problems.
Risk-taking can be introduced through games and creative adventures like songwriting, videography, or attempting a world record or whatever. The aim of failure in content is to build proficiency and attributes. So we look at the program or the design of programs like Failure 101 as well as the International Baccalaureate learner profiles for inspiration to develop education models that encourage failure as content.
The IBO defines a risk taker as an individual who approaches uncertainty with forethought and determination, works independently and cooperatively to explore new ideas and innovative strategies.
But I think once you learn to take that risk, you have to do it. You create this culture of risk-taking is expected, and then just even if something doesn't work out, you're teaching them it's okay to make mistakes, and no matter what happens, students are growing.
By taking risks and addressing failure as a learning mode, failure becomes elevated and, in a way, desirable. Failure 101 was an example of how to encourage and reinforce failure, and now we see companies like Google embracing the same culture of risk-taking in order to get the most out of people.
Failure needs to be valued in practice and education, and by reinforcing its value in much the same way that a video game awards attributes that are difficult to attain at first, educators lead students to create infinity spaces in which they allow their failures to push them in future attempts.
Gee defines affinity spaces as places where students can explore interests and be more likely to embrace failure in their learning.
Google Drive, Twitter, and Minecraft Edu are used by students to serve as spaces for students to fail without fear.
We think achievement, like grades, attributes, badges, other rewards, become secondary to solving the problem, which is a much more intrinsic and meaningful goal.